Another statesman and Second Republic lawmaker, Dr. Junaid Mohammed, has called for the arrest and prosecution of security operatives at the borders between states that allow for Almajiri to be concealed in trailers like cows to smuggle to the southern states. Dr. Junaid Mohammed speaking against the backdrop of a recent situation when South states clamped down on Almajiri relocating from north. It would be recalled the Enugu state government intercepted and turned back 9 bus loads of Almajiri following a failed attempt to snake them into the state. They were dislodged from the north as governors in the region moved urgently to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. Reports of the pupils trying to find new havens in the south have been prevalent. It was reported that security operatives alongside council chairman and youth stopped about 300 of the pupils around the Enugu-Benue boundaries, particularly at Udenu, Igbo Eze North and Nsukka local government area. President Muhammadu Buhari in his broadcast on 27th of April had talked about the new plan to ensure there is no movement between states. However, the security at the borders posts have been compromising and letting the Almajiris to be smuggled to other states. The other statesman said his view for the past 60 years on Almajiri has not changed. He said, I don't believe the Almajiri is necessary. I don't believe it is politics or religion. I don't believe it is in the interest of our country to allow this unhealthy phenomenon. It is economically counterproductive. It does not help in developing the country or developing the young men who are the Amajiria. If they are brought up to the Amajiria, most of them do, do not know the Quran. They don't know modern education. They have no trade, no job. They have no training. So as far as I'm concerned, it is in fact an abuse of these children who are brought up to be Amajiria. He said, on top of that, it is important to realize that if the Amajiris decide to get married, there is a responsibility attached to that marriage. If they decide to have a child, there's a responsibility attached to them as far as that child is concerned. The idea that you can decide to get married and start producing children like rats is simply uncalled for and in the long run a criminal offense as far as I'm concerned. Bringing up a child in this modern age of the 21st century who is not educated, who knows nothing about religion, who knows nothing about any profession is also a crime against humanity. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever the inconveniences this Amajiri has subjected to, I am all for it because I want it discouraged. And at some point in the near future, I want it completely be stopped because we have the people who have refused to really stamp their feet on the ground to put a stop to it simply because they don't have the political will. He explained further that the people who are supposed to say no do so. Secondly, there's also the idea that because of our liberal nature, you can travel all the way from Lagos to Maiduguri to Sokoto to Calabar without being harassed because they take advantage of that to go and now have so many colonies of Amajiri in so many places where the culture is not there. He said as far as he's concerned, he has no problem with them being treated in a shabby manner, adding that if they are caught, they should be apprehended. The Amajiri may be innocent, but those who facilitate their journeys should be arrested and jailed. Unless we put our foot down, we are not going to have an end to this criminal phenomenon. Well, we cannot say this a Junai that has spoken because we know that he's a controversial person most times. We cannot say he has spoken well. Everybody knows the truth. Unless maybe people who are really economical with the truth. If you're economical with the truth and you see the truth and you just try to cover it up, just like the way Arewa too are accusing Femi Adesina that Femi Adesina should resign because he's not saying the truth. He sees white and calls it black or sees black and call it white, vice versa. So the same thing. So we don't even need to be praising people. Oh, you have said this, or that's an opinion that you have said it or you have not said it all. That is just the truth of the matter. Those who are challenging the Southeast governor or the South governors, they are just doing that at the detriment of the children, because the law is there. Why are they moving? Now you are telling them to arrest them, to isolate them. I'm not even talking of what a Junai is saying. I'm talking about somebody like a Yerima Shetima saying that why would the Southeast governors be sending them back? That they ought to have been isolated. Isolate what? Some people are committing offense. And apart from that, looking at that is a one side of the whole story, because constitutionally or by whatever, the governors who are sending them back, they are very, very right, and which himself is attesting to, even if he does not attest to it. But that is just the right thing, because we know some people are just there just to be covering the truth, because they are failed in their responsibilities. And looking it from the other angle, what have these children, what have they really done to them? What have they done to the children? Even if it says some people do not have the political will to do some things, why is it that they cannot provide for them? Because recently the SGF, Boss Mustafa, is saying, oh, government should do something. Is it because of this COVID-19, government should do something? Have you people not been living with them for ages? Even like what we've been hearing, originally, this whole thing started well. The reason why it was started, it was on a good note. But at some point, when the purpose is forfeited, I think reasonable people should just, they will change alongside. How can you give birth to children and somebody will still come, Sanusi will still come and say, do give birth to the children you can take care of? They will say, no, you cannot change our religion, you cannot do this and that, you cannot change our culture. Oh, Almajiris is the pride of the north. Then why are they not your pride? Why are you sending them back to the people who do not even believe in such thing? You want to give them responsibility so that they will later everywhere. Because someone was even writing the other day that they have constitutionally they can move anywhere. Is that what we are talking about? Don't we have other people in other regions? So what are we talking about? Even if you are from Lagos and you went somewhere and you are being stranded because of this lockdown order, you just have to stay there. You can't say because of that you want to come back to Lagos where you belong to. You can't do that. You must stay there. I know people who are stranded in other places. They are supposed to come back to their base, but they couldn't come out. They are still there. So what are we talking about? These people, they will be majority of them, because we still know that some of them still have still think rightly. Some of them still say the right thing. Some people will just be thinking upside down. There is lockdown, there is law or whatever. There is order of that lockdown that if you flag that order, you will be dealt with. The what is it called? The governors that are even sending them back, they don't even want to go through all of those stress. The best thing, just send them back. Somebody say accommodate them, isolate them. With who? Where would they isolate them to? Did they prepare for them? The ones in the state, have they been able to take care of them, that you want to take your responsibilities? The way and manner you guys are littering those children in your area, why have you not taken care of those children? So you guys didn't know that a rainy day will come, that something of this nature will happen, and you want to shift your responsibility. So in my opinion, anybody even from the north, if you are trying to saying the right thing, it's inconsequential, because it is a known fact. There's no way you want to judge it, or you want to put it to make it seem, or to make the people who are rejecting them, who are sending them back, to make them feel bad. There's nothing you're going to do that will change anything, because that is just the right thing to do. We have people like the president's wife, we have the president. What are they doing? They see this problem have been there, but they will go and be giving money. They will be talking about, oh, most of their votes come from Kano. It come from all this area, and yet what you see the problems on ground, but they will leave it and be doing something else. So who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? And this idea of we have the power. You guys, you are in almost all the parastatal. You are heading almost all the position in all the parastatals. Yet you cannot even suggest a good thing. Some of them, one of the whether the person is in upper chamber or lower chamber, came with 4 wives, and he brought them on the floor of the whatever, whether the Senate, bragging that he has 4 wives, he has 27 children, and he's still counting. You can imagine. Even if you have money, is that what you're supposed to be doing with your whatever? Somebody will not tell you, oh, he has the right to do whatever, bringing them to even a House of Assembly, and people are not even seeing anything. Is that what he went there to do? To do what? And those are the things that even the ones that cannot take care of them, those are the things that they are going to be emulating. Even countries that are even well to do, they don't even encourage people to be giving birth this, because at the end of the day, it's going to affect the country. We have to do things reasonably, but irrespective of anything, everybody is entitled to what he or she wants to do. If you feel that you can take care of them, good and fine. But you cannot be breeding children and you expect other people to take care of them for you. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It does not happen. There are elites that have been encouraging it. They should continue to encourage them and continue to feed them. So that is just the way it is. Okay. Someone says, for the first time, Juna said the truth. Unbelievable. Governments only provide its closure of churches, but didn't see the problem befalling the country through Almajiri. Kudos to you, sir, but can those in authority work towards that? That's our major challenge for our leaders to take positive steps. The former emir of Kano, Sanusi, kicked against Almajiri in the northern Nigeria, and he was dethroned and banished from Kano state. This man has spoken well. If every Hausa or Fulani man can reason like this and keep to his words, the Nigerian society will be better. Whether he keeps to his word, to me, it's inconsequential. They should bear it. They should all bear it. Nobody should come and use their blues to spoil other people. Say reggae. That's just the way it is. And people are saying, "Oh, this is the first time this man is saying reasonable thing." To me, there's no point in praising him. If he says this anyhow, he wants to turn it. Whether he say the truth, it's for their own good. If he says otherwise, that is not a other region's problem. They should settle their problem, because they're always bragging. See what they are doing now, and they still want to continue. They will be coming and telling you, oh, in 2023 they will still want to continue with the presidency, with this kind of a thing. The ones you have not, you don't even know how you are going. You are not even doing anything with the power you guys have this time around. You are still there. You are not even thinking of how to make things better. You are talking of another. Listen, does that really make sense? So guys, let's hear your opinion. Leave your comment below in the comment section.